Hi, I'm Raymond from Barneveld and you're watching Behind the Bar with Paul Starr.
Welcome to Behind the Bar with Paul Starr, brought to you by William Hill, the proud sponsor of the World Darts Championship. If you'd like to win this signed Dave Chisnall picture, please retweet or share this video. Steve, week number 7 from Glasgow, 10,000 fans there cheering on, and I tell you what an evening of darts that they were treated to. I mean, James Wade 6, Adrian Lewis 6. It's the first of your naps that the Bombers banger that hasn't gone in, but it was close.
It was a very close game, and yeah, the nap nearly came in. Obviously, we always try to find a bit of value, but I think Adrian Lewis is finding a bit of form recently, so coming into the season, Wadey might look back on that as a good point.
Yeah, I mean, 980s within that match. Adrian is down to 9th, which is unbelievable. Both players averaged over 100. Second game on, 7-2. We tipped it up. It was a draw. Peter Wright 6, Stephen Bunting 6. But Peter Wright came from 5-1 down. Now, Stephen Bunting, I know he wasn't happy after. He's a very hostile crowd.
Yeah, and like I said, I think Steve Bunting comes to the PDC with a great pedigree from the BDO, which is known for its very organised and silent crowds, but he would never experience anything like that in terms of crowd noise.
And of course, Peter Wright is now unbeaten in his last 5, so fair play to Peter there. And then the absolute treat of the evening, Raymond van Barneveld 7, Phil Taylor 4. I said all the way Phil Taylor wins this. He did at 980s, he did have an average of 115.8, but loses, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest losing averages ever.
Yeah. But
I do think that, I think there's a point in the game, I think, to go 3-0 up, Taylor missed the ball. Didn't go for the ball, and Barney kicks out 1-4-4, which would have given Barneveld some momentum and some belief. Yeah,
in fact, Barney actually hit 1,440s in that match. So that's good to see Barney playing well, and Phil must just shake his head and just move on to the next
one. Yeah.
Another player who's actually playing well, but not really getting the points. Kim Huybrechts 5, Gary Anderson, a nervous Gary Anderson 7, who now goes up to 2nd in the table. Kim averaged 98, and Gary missed a double 12 for a 9 dart to win it.
Yeah, that's incredible. A good performance from Gary. Kim will take some confidence again. I mean, he's not getting the results, but what this Premier League will do for Kim, and certainly in the major tournaments coming up, is give him a great deal of confidence.
Yeah, and that was one of our tips there at 4-7. And the last game of the evening, the top 2 in the league at the time, Michael van Gerwen, he was a little bit below par. Chizzy was very much below par, 22% on his doubles. But that's 2 defeats, 7-4 loss there. 2 defeats for Chizzy on the trot. Michael van Gerwen is now clear at the top, and Dave is down to 3rd.
Yeah, I think Dave's got to look over his shoulder. But certainly, Michael van Gerwen's he's winning the ugly matches now, which is a sign of a champion.
Very much. Okay, and of course, so what I will say is anyone following our tips, our 5 tips, would have won money again last week there in Glasgow. So the league table, it means Michael van Gerwen still unbeaten. He's got 12 points. Gary Anderson 10, Chizzy on 9, Taylor and Wade on 7. I would imagine they're safe. And then we have Bunting 6, Wright 6, Barney 5, Lewis 5, and Huybrechts 3. Now, Steve, what else happened last week in the darting world? Well, the Gibraltar Darts Trophy, European Tour number 2, Michael van Gerwen. He wins the 25,000 again. He's now won 3 UK Open qualifiers, both European Tours, the Masters and the UK Open. That's 7 tournaments. It's still only March.
Yeah, I think he's just got the mojo that Phil Taylor had for what he's had for probably 10-15 years. He just seems unbeatable at the moment, and he is having his off games in between, but because his reputation goes before him. He's just it's really difficult to beat at the moment.
He is, and in the 3rd round, beating Brian Woods, he missed a double 12 for a 9 darter. In the quarter-final, he had an average just under 110, including legs of 11, 11, 11, 13, 12 and 16. 6-1 in the semi-final against Jamie Lewis, and then Terry Jenkins, 107 average, and he missed double 12 again for the 9 darter. I think that's about 8 times this year already.
Yeah, that's incredible for him, and he's putting himself in that position ahead of a lot.
Yeah, and of course Gary Anderson, Mervyn King and the reigning champion James Wade were all defeated by Terry Jenkins, who walked away with £10,000. So good work there from Terry.
I beat Terry Jenkins last week.
Yeah. Glad you got that, Steve. Wigan at the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, the Unicorn Challenge Tour 1, 2, 3 and 4. 2 on each day, over 200 players. That's it. We've mentioned tough schedule. That is tough.
It is a very tough schedule, and they're both long days, so you need to prepare right.
Yeah, on the first event, Kurt Shepherd, the former world finalist, he walks away with £2,000, beat Jack Tweddle, £1,000 for the runner-up there, 5-5-3. And Saturday, the second event on Saturday, Colin Fowler 5, Steve Maish 2. On to the Sunday, Sean Griffiths, 5-1 a win against Scott Dow. And the fourth event, Richard Corner, 5-1 win against Ryan Searle. So to say, long days, but that's a great tournament. These are great tournaments here, and there's lots of interest.
Yeah, there's a few names that have been in those finals that play in the amateur tournaments on the amateur circuit.
Yeah.
And also there's a few players, obviously ex-World Championship finalist Kirk Shepherd. Colin Fowler, I think he won a few of these last year, so he's obviously enjoying the format.
Yeah, great stuff. Well, Steve, thank you for your time.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on Tungsten Tales, where we're keeping you at the sharp end of world darts. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's free. Like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter. And join us next week for more Behind the Bar, where we'll be trying to get more value from William Hill, the proud sponsor of the World Darts Championship. We'll see you then.